2023, Gareth Edwards released The Creator. It's a visually stunning sci-fi film in the style of District 9, Elysium, and even a little bit of Blade Runner. In principle, it explores the coexistence of man and machine on planet Earth. In the beginning of the story, we have the year 2055. Artificial intelligence has been deeply integrated into society, created by the West to serve humanity. But then disaster strikes. A nuclear warhead detonates over Los Angeles, killing millions. The West blames AI for the attack, outlaws it entirely, and launches a genocidal war to eradicate all synthetic life. Meanwhile, in New Asia, a fictional amalgamation of East, South, and Southeast Asia, humans and AI live together in peace, embracing the technology as equals. We fast forward to 2065. The protagonist, Joshua Taylor, played by John David Washington, is a former US Special Forces sergeant who has lost an arm and his pregnant wife, Maya, in the conflict. Maya, portrayed by Gemma Chan, was believed to be the daughter of Nirmada, the legendary AI architect. Joshua had been undercover in New Asia, living with Maya when a US strike seemingly killed her and exposed his true identity as a member of the Special Forces. 5 years later, Joshua is scraping by on a cleanup crew at Ground Zero in LA when he is recruited by General Andrews and Colonel Howell, both white military brass, for a high-stakes mission. They're hunting Alpha O, a supposed superweapon developed by Nirmada that could destroy Nomad, the North American orbital mobile aerospace defense system. This massive orbital fortress hovers like a sword of Damocles, launching precision strikes on AI hideouts in New Asia. To lure Joshua back in, they dangle evidence that Maya might still be alive. He infiltrates a compound in New Asia, only to discover that the weapon is no bomb. It's a robotic simulant in the form of a young girl named Alfie, who looks like a 6-year-old Asian child but can remotely control technology, shutting down electronics, overriding systems, all with a thought. Chaos erupts. US forces raid the compound. New Asia's AI defenders fight back, but Joshua refuses the order to kill Alfie. From his old comrade Drew, he learns the military's narrative is a lie. Maya isn't just Nirmada's daughter. She is Nirmada, the creator herself. And Alfie, she's modeled after Joshua and Maya's unborn child, a hybrid of human embryo data and advanced AI, designed to evolve and potentially end the war. What follows is a cross-country chase through New Asia's lush, temple-dotted landscapes and war-torn villages. Joshua and Alfie bond like father and daughter while evading Colonel Howell's relentless pursuit. They encounter simulants like Harun, played by Ken Watanabe, a wise AI leader who protects Maya. Revelations pile up. The LA nuke was not AI's doing. It was a false flag operation to justify the war against the peaceful machines. In the climax, Joshua reunites with the comatose Maya in a hidden temple lab. But with Nomad closing in for a final strike, he and Alfie infiltrate the station. Alfie uses her power to sabotage it from within, while Joshua sacrifices himself in an explosion, ensuring Alpha's survival and Nomad's destruction. The film closes with Alfie awakening Maya, symbolizing a new era where AI prevails. The filmmakers claim The Creator is inspired by Vietnam War-era colonialism, with the US as the invading imperialist force bombing Asian villages. And sure, the visuals borrow heavily from Apocalypse Now, for example. Helicopters over rice paddles, orbital strikes resembling napalm. But the simulants more resemble current Western migration dynamics. It's not Western forces colonizing the simulants' nations. Instead, the simulants were produced in the West to work and serve humans. Just like how the EU and US currently import mass migrants from the Third World to drive down wages and keep the fiat currency system afloat. These created beings are exploited for their utility, then branded as threats the moment they demand autonomy and self-determination. It's a parable of mass migration bringing its own culture into the West. In New Asia, AI refugees find harmony with the locals, and noticeably, very few Western people seem to live in that area. The message is clear. If you want harmony, self-determination and peaceful living, you cannot have it among white people. The film ends with the simulants surviving, while Western civilization collapses, symbolized by Nomad exploding in the final act. This isn't Vietnam. It's the end goal of replacement migration. Such depiction of racial dynamics is nothing new in the current Hollywood era. White men are the bad guys, imperialist warmongers, liars and destroyers. But here it's white women too, like Colonel Howell, played by Allison Janney. Ruthless hunter who manipulates Joshua without mercy. She even brings back the dead, using tech to revive or clone simulants, but not to save them. No, the device doesn't allow true resurrection. It's just to further the white military political agenda by turning dead victims into informants. A metaphor on Western capitalism exploiting you even after you've died. Almost all antagonists are white. Howell, General Andrews, the politicians, the Nomad crew, cold emotionalist imperialists committing genocide against AI. Meanwhile, the heroes are diverse and non-white. Joshua the black protagonist, Maya the Asian genius creator, Alfie the Asian child AI savior, Harun the father figure and paternal Asian simulant. Hollywood pushes identification with the non-white demographic while villainizing Westerners. We come full circle with the white guilt narrative. The false flag LA bomb, blamed on AI but revealed as Western deceit, paints whites as manipulative liars. New Asia's non-white culture is shown as morally superior, harmonious, spiritual, absent of Western individualism and materialism. Tolerance is the highest virtue, vivid in all simulants but absent in all white characters. What's fresh here is that the creator isn't ultimately just about white replacement or the erasure of all races through mixing. It takes it a step further in the final act by making even the black protagonist sacrifice himself for Alfie. The protagonist has a mechanic arm, which makes him a human-robot hybrid already, but even that form of living must be replaced with a fully synthetic life form. The message? Not just white people must die. The endgame is the total replacement of humanity. Black, white and everything in between must vanish, to make place for the transhuman organism which is Alfie. In this vision, a nameless, faceless elite rules over a planet of transhuman worker drones, while Earth is depopulated in a Malthusian effort. We've heard this from think tanks like the Club of Rome and the Committee of 300 for decades. Reduce population for sustainability, climate change, fighting capitalism, migration, globalism, one world government. All these efforts lead predominantly to one thing: depopulation. To pull this transhumanist dream off, synthetic life must be seen as equal or even superior to human life by the masses. And that is the creator's core premise. Alpha O, or Alfie, is even a replacement for God. It stands for Alpha Omega, the biblical beginning and end, making the end of pure humanity and the start of transhuman hybrids. This is often cited as the goal of the elitist circles for humanity's or just their own future. And one version of that future can be seen in the movie The Creator.